My beloved child, as the first light of morning breaks through the quiet sky, I want you to pause for a moment and feel my presence around you. You are breathing because my love still surrounds you. Each heartbeat is a whisper from me saying, "You are not forgotten." You see the sunrise? I painted it just for you, to remind you that even after the longest night, light always returns. So I know your nights have been heavy. I have watched you cry when no one else saw. I have heard the questions that live quietly inside your heart. When will things change? When will peace come? When will I feel alive again? And my answer is this: peace begins the moment you let go of fear and remember that I am still here. I never left, not even for a second. You may think your prayers go unheard because you don't see immediate change. But my child, hope is not measured by what you see. It's planted deep beneath the surface of your soul. Like a seed resting in the cold ground, it's gathering strength in the silence. You might not see growth yet, but life is moving inside you. My timing is not delay, it's preparation. Every waiting season holds purpose. Every unanswered prayer is forming something beautiful behind the scenes. When I created the rhythm of seasons, I made them to teach you trust. Winter may look lifeless, but it's only making way for spring. The soil looks quiet, but it's alive beneath. In the same way, when your heart feels numb, I am still at work, healing, reshaping, redeeming. You may not understand now, but I promise. One day you'll look back and see that every cold morning carried a hidden blessing. So today, as dawn touches your heart, take a deep breath and let hope breathe again. You don't have to force it. Just open your heart and let it in. Whisper to me, even if your voice trembles. Lord, I still believe. That small whisper is enough to move mountains. Faith doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be alive. Remember, my child, I am not asking you to be strong. I am asking you to stay close. Let me be your strength. When you cannot walk, I will carry you. When you cannot pray, your tears will speak for you. When you cannot see the way, I will light one step at a time. My presence is not loud or dramatic. It's gentle, steady, like sunlight that slowly warms the earth after the frost. I am the God who turns darkness into dawn, silence into song, sorrow into strength. So do not fear what you cannot change. Trust that I am already changing what you cannot see. This morning, lift your eyes from your worries and look at the sky. Every ray of light is a promise. I am with you, always. Let peace enter where fear once lived. Let grace flow into the spaces where doubt tried to grow. You are safe in my hands, and nothing, no pain, no delay, no storm can separate you from my love. Rest now, my child, for the day ahead is already covered by my mercy. Take this moment and breathe deeply. You are not alone. I am here, and I am making all things new. My precious child, there are moments when the silence feels heavier than any storm. You wake up and wonder if I still hear you, if I still care, if I still have a plan. You look around and see others moving forward while you stand still, waiting, praying, hoping, and you begin to whisper inside, maybe God forgot about me. But listen closely, my beloved. I could never forget you. Before you took your first breath, I already loved you. Before you ever said my name, I already knew every word you would speak. Before the pain you now carry touched your life, I had already written a way through it. You are carved in the palm of my hand, and no distance, no mistake, no silence can erase you from my heart. I see the moments when you try to be strong for everyone else, but then the night falls and your soul feels empty. I know the smile you wear to hide the ache. I see the dreams you stop talking about because they feel too far away. But my child, what you call forgotten, I call protected. Sometimes I keep you hidden because I'm still preparing the blessing. Sometimes I close one door because I know what's behind it would have broken you. You wonder why things take so long, why prayers seem unanswered, but I need you to trust me in the pause. I'm not punishing you, I'm positioning you. You are not being ignored. You are being shaped. The silence is not rejection, it's transformation. Every quiet season is a classroom for your faith, a sacred place where roots grow deep before flowers bloom. Remember how winter trees stand still with no leaves? They look lifeless, but inside they're storing energy, preparing for spring. That's what I'm doing with you. I'm strengthening you where no one can see, teaching your heart to depend on me and not on what fades. I'm building a foundation that will hold everything I've promised. When I move perfectly. Not early, not late, but right on time. You ask me for clarity, but sometimes what you need most is closeness. You long for answers, but I offer presence. You want to see the plan, but I want you to see me. Because when you see me, you'll understand that every unanswered prayer still carries my fingerprints. Every delay is wrapped in divine timing. I don't measure love by speed. I measure it by purpose. So, my child, lift your eyes. Look around you. The light that fills your room this morning, the air you breathe, the beating of your heart, they are proof that I'm still near. I never left you in the waiting. I've been right beside you, holding you through it. Even when you didn't feel me, I was carrying you. Even when you couldn't hear my voice, I was speaking peace over your chaos. You see, I'm not far away in some unreachable heaven. I'm as close as your next breath. When you whisper, I lean in. When you cry, I gather your tears and turn them into prayers that move heaven. You have never prayed in vain. You have never been overlooked. Every word, every sigh, every tear has reached me. I know you've grown weary. I know you've questioned if the promise is still real, but I assure you, not a single thing I've spoken over your life has expired. My promises do not fade. They ripen, and when the right moment comes, they will bloom in ways that will leave you breathless. Until then, let this truth be your anchor. You are seen, you are loved, and you are remembered. When your strength runs out, my strength takes over. When your hope feels thin, my grace fills the gaps. You do not walk through this valley alone. I walk beside you, in front to guide you, behind to protect you, within to sustain you. So take this day slowly. You don't have to have everything figured out. You only need to trust the one who already does. Let peace settle in your chest like a gentle sunrise, warming the places fear once lived. You are not forgotten, my child. You are my creation, my heartbeat, my joy. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel the warmth of my presence. I'm still writing your story, and it's far from over. My child, I see the moments when fear wraps around your mind like a storm you can't escape. You try to stay strong, but your thoughts run faster than your faith. You imagine the worst before the day even begins. You lie awake at night, your heart pounding, your mind replaying everything that could go wrong. You whisper, what if I fail? What if it never changes? What if I'm not enough? But listen to me, fear is not your master. Fear is a shadow that disappears the moment you let my light in. I did not create you to live small, hiding behind worry. I created you to walk in peace, to stand in confidence, to breathe freely even when storms rise. I am not the voice that says you can't. I am the voice that says, I am with you, and that is enough. When fear speaks loudly, it tries to make you forget who I am and who you are in me. But I am not shaken by what scares you. I am not surprised by what you face. The mountain that seems impossible to you is dust beneath my feet. I see the path ahead, not just where you are, but where you're going. I already know how to lead you through it. Every challenge has an exit, and I hold the key. My beloved, courage doesn't mean you never feel afraid. It means you move forward even when you do. I never asked you to be fearless. I asked you to trust me. Even when your knees shake, take the next step, because I will meet you there. My hand is already stretched out toward you. You don't have to see the whole road. You just have to take the next breath in faith. I will light the path one step at a time, like a candle guiding you through the dark. When fear tells you that you're alone, remember this: you are surrounded by my presence. The same power that calmed the sea lives inside of you. The same love that raised Jesus from the grave holds you now. Fear cannot live where my love dwells. Let my love fill the empty spaces until there's no room left for anxiety. Let peace grow in you like a fire that burns away every lie. I know how the unknown frightens you. I know how waiting feels like losing control. But what if you saw fear not as a wall, but as a doorway, an invitation to trust deeper? Every what if that crosses your mind can become a chance to say, even if it happens, God will be with me. When you speak that truth, fear loses its power. Remember, my child, I have carried people through storms far greater than yours, and I never failed them. Daniel faced lions and slept in peace. David faced giants and sang with joy. Mary faced uncertainty and still said, let it be done. And you too are part of that story, a story of faith stronger than fear. When fear knocks on the door of your mind, don't invite it in. Instead, open the door with faith. Say to yourself, my God is bigger, because I am. The winds that scare you still obey my voice. The darkness that tries to swallow you still bows to my light. You don't need to fight every battle alone. You only need to rest in me. So right now, breathe deeply. Let go of the tension in your shoulders. Feel the air fill your lungs. That is my peace entering you. I am not far away. I am sitting right beside you, whispering to your heart, you are safe. You are loved. Do not give fear the final word. Let faith speak louder. Let love be your anchor. The storm you fear will not destroy you. It will shape you. The wind that shakes you will only make your roots grow stronger. You are not falling apart. You are being rebuilt. Trust me, my child. You don't have to understand how. You only need to remember who. I am the same God who stood with you yesterday and who will walk with you tomorrow. You are not walking into the unknown. You are walking into my plan. So when fear tries to rise again, place your hand over your heart and remember, this heart belongs to God. Nothing can take away what I protect. Nothing can break what I hold together. Take another breath, my child. Fear has no home in you anymore. You are safe, covered, and deeply loved, now and forever. My beloved child, I know there are days when your strength feels like sand slipping through your fingers. You wake up tired, not just in your body, but deep in your soul. You look around and everything seems heavy, the responsibilities, the waiting, the pain that doesn't seem to fade. You try to pray, but the words come out broken. You try to smile, but it feels like pretending. You tell yourself to keep going, but deep down you whisper, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I hear that whisper, my child, and I want you to know, you don't have to keep going on your own strength. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You were never called to fix everything, to hold everyone, to solve every storm. You only need to rest in me. Let me be your strength. Let me be your breath when you have no words left. I see how hard you've tried. I've watched you get up after every fall, even when no one cheered you on. I've seen the way you hold others together while you're quietly falling apart inside. I know the nights you cry into your pillow, hoping that no one notices how fragile you feel. But I have seen it all, and I'm proud of you, not because you are perfect, but because you haven't given up. When I look at you, I don't see failure, I see courage. I see faith still flickering in the middle of exhaustion. I see a heart that still beats for goodness even when it's been broken. I see someone who has walked through storms and is still standing, even if trembling. My precious one, don't mistake being tired for being defeated. You are not losing. You are learning to lean. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed. Every step you've taken in weakness still counts. Every tear you've cried has watered the soil of new beginnings. Every moment you've chosen to believe, even when you didn't feel like it, has moved mountains in heaven. Strength is not about how loud you roar. It's about how you keep whispering, I trust you, Lord, when your heart shakes. You may not see it, but every weakness you feel is an open space for my power to fill. My word says my grace is enough for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. When you reach your end, that's where I begin. When you fall to your knees, that's where I lift you up. When you say I can't, I whisper I can. I want you to stop trying to earn rest and start receiving it. You don't have to prove that you're strong. You don't have to keep pretending that everything is fine. You can come to me as you are, weary, empty, unsure, and I will meet you there. My arms are open, not to judge you, but to hold you. Lay down your burdens, my child. Hand over your worries, your exhaustion, your silent fears. I know what to do with them. There is beauty even in your brokenness. The cracks in your heart are where my light shines through. Don't hide your weakness. Bring it to me. I am not disappointed by your tears. I am not frustrated with your limits. I created you with the need for rest so that you would remember you were never meant to do life without me. When your energy runs out, let my spirit breathe into you again. Let me refill what the world has drained. Let me turn your sighs into songs and your tiredness into testimony. You are not running out of time. You are right where I need you to be, in the place where you can finally let me take over. Do you see the sunrise this morning? It's a reminder that I renew all things, even you. Just as the earth doesn't fight to make the dawn appear, you don't need to fight for peace. Let it come. Let it wash over you. You are safe in my hands. You are held by the same love that holds the stars in place. So when your body feels heavy and your spirit feels empty, whisper this: God, be my strength. And I will. I will carry you through the hours ahead. I will walk beside you when you can't take another step. I will be the calm in your storm and the rest your heart has been craving. Rest, my child. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are loved, sustained, and chosen. You are still moving forward even when all you're doing is breathing. And sometimes breathing is enough. Close your eyes now. Let your heart be still. My grace is filling every empty place. You are safe. You are loved. You are mine. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed. My precious child, I know how hard it is to wait. You live in a world that rushes, where everything moves fast, where patience feels like a burden instead of a blessing. You pray, you believe, and still nothing seems to happen. Not yet. The doors stay closed, the answers stay quiet, and you wonder, Lord, why not now? Why can't it happen already? But listen closely to me. My timing is not delay. It is design. Every second of waiting has purpose. What you call not yet is often my way of saying I'm preparing something better. You see a small picture. I see eternity. You see a moment. I see a masterpiece being formed piece by piece. When I hold you in a season of waiting, it's not because I've forgotten you. It's because I love you too deeply to give you something before it's ready, or before you are. You don't plant a seed and expect fruit the next morning. The ground must rest, the roots must grow, and the unseen must happen before the harvest comes. It's the same with your life. I am preparing the soil of your heart, making sure it can hold the blessings you've prayed for. Because I don't just want to give you something temporary, I want to give you something eternal, something that will last through storms and seasons. I know you've been waiting a long time. You've asked me again and again when, Lord. You've cried, you've hoped, and some days you've wanted to give up. But I promise you, not 1 second of your waiting is wasted. I am using it to shape your character, to deepen your roots, to strengthen your faith. You may think nothing is moving, but I am always working. While you wait, I am weaving miracles in the background. Trust is not easy, I know. It's not just about believing I can. It's believing that I will, in the right way at the right time. You see, my child, delay does not mean denial. When I say wait, it's not to punish you. It's to protect you. There are blessings that would break you if they came too soon. There are promises that would lose their beauty if you received them before your heart was ready to hold them. Think of the sunrise. It never rushes, it never hurries, but every morning without fail it appears at the perfect moment. The light breaks through exactly when it's meant to. That's how my timing works. It may seem late from your point of view, but from mine it's right on schedule. So instead of asking when, begin to whisper, Lord, I trust you. Every time impatience rises, let faith answer. Every time doubt speaks, let gratitude silence it. Because while you're waiting, you're growing, and that growth is sacred. Don't compare your timeline with anyone else's. What I'm doing in your life is unique, intentional, and personal. I know exactly how to get you where you need to be. Trust me with the pace of your journey. Some flowers bloom in spring, others bloom in autumn. Both are beautiful, both are right on time. And while you wait, don't stop living. Don't put your joy on hold. There are gifts hidden in the waiting: peace, wisdom, maturity, and deeper intimacy with me. Waiting is not stillness. It's quiet progress. You may not see it yet, but you are being prepared for what's next. My child, I know the waiting hurts. I see the tears you don't tell anyone about. But remember this, I have never been late. The same God who made time is the one who holds it, and I hold you within it. You are safe inside my schedule. When the moment is right, you won't need to force the door open. It will swing wide with ease. What feels delayed will arrive with purpose. What feels silent will soon sing. You will see how every pause, every prayer, every tear was leading to this. A moment of perfect alignment between your heart and my will. So rest, my beloved. Let go of the need to understand every detail. Trust the rhythm of my grace. The story I'm writing for you isn't late. It's unfolding exactly as it should. Breathe deeply now. My timing is perfect. You haven't missed your moment. You're standing in the middle of it. Just wait a little longer and you'll see that what I've prepared is more beautiful than you could have ever imagined. My beloved child, I know how hard it has become for you to believe again. I've seen the places in your heart that used to glow with faith, now dimmed by disappointment and silence. You once prayed with fire, expecting miracles, but now you whisper cautiously, afraid to hope too much. You've watched doors stay closed, dreams fade, and promises feel distant, and somewhere along the way, part of you decided it was safer not to expect any. But listen, my precious one, I understand. I know the sting of hope deferred. I know what it feels like when what you prayed for doesn't happen the way you imagined. I was there when you cried after saying, I'm in. I caught the tears that no one saw. I heard the quiet sighs in the middle of the night when your heart whispered, maybe God forgot about me. I didn't forget. I never did. Even when your faith felt broken, my love for you remained whole. Even when you stopped believing in yourself, I never stopped believing in you. I am not angry at your doubt. I am tender toward it. I don't need your perfection. I long for your presence. Bring me your confusion, your fear, your questions. I can handle them all. I'd rather have your honest heart than your empty words. You see, faith doesn't disappear forever. It just hides beneath the ashes, waiting for my breath to ignite it again. And I am breathing on you now. That small spark inside you, the one that refuses to die, it's me. I am the one whispering, believe again. Not because everything makes sense, but because I am still who I said I am. I am the same God who made Sarah laugh when she thought it was too late. The same God who raised Lazarus when everyone said it was over. The same God who turned water into wine at the exact moment it seemed too late. And I am still that God, still turning endings into beginnings. Still making beauty out of ashes, still bringing life where everyone else only sees loss. When I ask you to believe again, I'm not asking you to forget the pain. I'm asking you to let me use it. Every disappointment you faced has softened the ground of your heart, making room for deeper faith to grow. You've learned compassion through heartbreak, wisdom through waiting, and humility through loss. These are not scars of failure. They are marks of growth. You may say, but Lord, I believed before and I was hurt. And I'd say, yes, but you're still here, aren't you? Still breathing, still searching, still loved. That means faith never truly left you. It only fell asleep. Let me wake it gently. You don't have to leap, just open your heart a little. I can work with it. I always start small. Even mustard seed faith moves mountains. When you struggle to believe, don't focus on what you've lost. Focus on who I am. I am your provider when you have nothing left. I am your healer when you feel broken. I am your comfort when you are alone. I am your guide when you can't see the road. Faith is not about knowing what comes next. It's about knowing who walks beside you. So, my child, let me remind you of something sacred. Every time you choose to believe again, heaven moves. Every time you lift your eyes after disappointment, angels take notice. Every time you whisper, Lord, I still trust you, even through tears, the atmosphere around you shifts. Your faith, even if trembling, is powerful beyond what you can imagine. I know your hands feel empty now, but that doesn't mean your story's over. Sometimes you must lose what you thought you needed to make room for what I've planned. What's ahead is not a repeat of your pain. It's a redemption of it. So breathe, my beloved. Let the past go. Not because it didn't matter, but because it no longer defines you. I am doing something new. I'm writing a chapter you didn't see coming, one filled with peace, joy, and restored faith. Let me surprise you. Let me show you what happens when you trust me, even with a trembling heart. You may feel fragile, but that's where miracles begin, not in perfection, but in surrender. You don't need to have strong faith. You only need to have real faith, and I will do the rest. My beloved child, I know how tightly you've been holding on to memories that still ache, to words that still echo, to mistakes that still whisper, "You should have known better." I see how your heart replays moments that you wish you could change, the things you said, the things you didn't, the times you trusted and were hurt, the prayers that didn't turn out the way you hoped. You look back and the past feels like a shadow that keeps following you. But I want you to hear me now. You don't have to live chained to what's behind you. The past was never meant to be a prison. It was meant to be a teacher. What's done is done, and I've already covered it with my mercy. The mistakes you can't forget, I've already forgiven. The moments that broke you, I've already started healing. The people who left you, I'm replacing with peace. You see, my child, I don't define you by what happened. I define you by what I'm doing now. You keep looking at what you lost, but I'm trying to show you what's being reborn. You can't reach for the new thing I'm preparing if your hands are still gripping yesterday. Let go, not because the past didn't matter, but because it already served its purpose. You learned, you grew, you survived. Now it's time to live again. The enemy loves to keep you trapped in regret because he knows it keeps your eyes off my grace. He whispers that you're too damaged, too late, too far gone. But I whisper louder, you are redeemed. You are not the person you used to be. You are not your worst day, your worst decision, or your deepest wound. You are my child, washed clean and made new. I know it's not easy to let go. Pain attaches itself deeply. It hides in memories and songs and the smallest moments. Sometimes you even feel guilty for healing, as if moving forward means you've forgotten. But healing is not forgetting, it's forgiving. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and letting my grace close the wound. Every time you release a little bit of the past, heaven celebrates. Think of a tree in autumn. It doesn't resist when the leaves fall. It lets them go, trusting that new life will come in time. The leaves must fall for spring to arrive. In the same way, there are things in your past that need to fall away so new joy, new peace, and new purpose can bloom. Don't cling to what was. Open your heart to what will be. The pain that once nearly broke you will become the soil where compassion grows. The season that wounded you will one day be the testimony that heals others. I will use every scar as a doorway for light. You will look back not with bitterness, but with gratitude, because even the dark places led you closer to me. You ask, Lord, how do I let go? You start by surrendering what you can't fix. Every memory that hurts, give it to me. Every person who wronged you, bless them and release them. Every mistake that haunts you, place it under my grace. You are not meant to carry what I already carried for you on the cross. I didn't die so you would live in guilt. I died so you would live in freedom. And when the past tries to speak again, when regret knocks on your door, remind yourself, I am not who I was. I am who God says I am. My child, I have already erased the record of your failures. I am not looking at what's behind you. I am walking beside you, guiding you toward what's ahead. Stop reopening old wounds. Let me turn them into stories of victory. I know you missed some things, some people, some versions of yourself that felt happier. But trust me, I'm taking you somewhere deeper, safer, and stronger. What you thought was the end was only a turning point. What you thought was loss was actually transformation. So today, breathe deeply and release it all. Speak it out loud if you can. Lord, I give you my past. Say it until your heart believes it. Say it until peace replaces pain. Say it until you feel light again. The road ahead is brighter than what's behind you. I'm not asking you to forget. I'm inviting you to be free. You can remember and still move forward. You can honor the past and still embrace the future. You can grieve what was and still hope for what's coming. My precious child, I see you walking through days that feel long and silent. The kind of silence that makes you question if anyone notices, if anyone understands. You smile at others, but inside you whisper, I'm tired of feeling invisible. You go through the motions. But sometimes your heart feels distant from people, from peace, and even from me. You wonder why the road feels so lonely when you're trying so hard to walk in faith. But I want you to hear me clearly. You are not walking this road alone. You never have been. Even in the moments when you felt like no one saw you, I did. When you cried quietly so others wouldn't worry, I was right there beside you. When you reached out and no one reached back, I caught your hand. My presence has never left your side, not for a second. You have never been unseen, unknown, or unloved. I know what loneliness does to the heart. It makes you question your worth, your place, your purpose. It makes you feel like maybe you don't matter, but you matter more than you know. You are not an accident drifting through time. You are a story I am still writing. Every page, every chapter, even the ones that feel empty, have meaning. You are part of something much greater than what you can see right now. Sometimes I allow seasons of solitude because I want to speak to you without distractions. The quiet places you avoid are often where my voice becomes the clearest. When everyone else seems distant, that's when I whisper, Come closer to me, because loneliness is not my punishment. It's my invitation. An invitation to know me in a deeper way, to find comfort that no human love could ever replace. You may not realize it, but even now my arms are wrapped around you. The warmth you feel when you stop running for just a moment, that's me. The calm that comes out of nowhere when you're about to break, that's me too. My love is not loud or showy. It's quiet, steady, and constant, like the air you breathe. It surrounds you, fills you, and keeps you alive. My child, you were never meant to walk this path trying to please everyone or carry everything. You were meant to walk hand in hand with me. When you say no one understands, remember that I do. I've seen your hidden battles, your sleepless nights, your silent prayers. I know the weight of your thoughts, and I carry them so you don't have to. You think you are walking through the dark alone, but if you could see from my view, you would notice footprints beside yours, mine. Every time you stumbled, I steadied you. Every time you fell, I lifted you. Every time you couldn't take another step, I carried you. You were never abandoned, you were being held. I also want you to know that this loneliness will not last forever. I am bringing people into your life who will see you the way I do, with love, kindness, and truth. People who won't just walk beside you, but will lift you when you fall. But before I bring them, I am teaching you to find comfort in me first. Because when your peace comes from me, no one can take it away. You are learning that you can sit in silence and still be loved, that you can be alone and still be complete, that you can lose people and still never lose me. Let that truth settle deep into your soul. You are never truly alone, because I live within you. When you feel isolated, whisper my name. When you feel empty, lift your eyes and breathe. I am there, in the stillness, in the sunrise, in the sound of your own heartbeat. Every inhale is proof that I am near. Every new morning is a reminder that I have not forgotten you. So, my child, don't fear the quiet anymore. Let it become holy. Let it remind you that you are surrounded by a love that never leaves, even when everyone else does. You may walk through valleys where no one else can follow, but that's where my presence shines the brightest. You may not always see me, but you will always feel me if you pause long enough to notice. You are seen, you are valued, and you are deeply cherished. You are walking with the Creator of the stars. How could you ever be alone? My beloved child, I see the storms that rage around you and the ones inside you, the thoughts that keep spinning in your mind, the fears that wake you up in the night, the battles you fight in silence because you don't want anyone to see how tired you really are. You tell yourself to stay strong, but the truth is you feel like you're barely holding on. You whisper, Lord, I don't know how much longer I can take this. And I want you to know, my precious one, I am not far from you in the storm. I am right there, closer than the wind, nearer than your breath. I have never abandoned you to face the waves alone. You see chaos, but I see purpose. You hear thunder, but I am speaking peace. You feel like you're sinking, but I am holding you above the waters. Remember this, even the storm obeys my voice. The same voice that created the stars commands the wind. The same hands that formed the oceans are holding your life steady. I know it feels wild and uncontrollable right now, but what feels like destruction is actually direction. I am not trying to drown you, I am teaching you to trust me deeper than before. When I walked on water, the storm didn't stop first. The wind still blew, the waves still roared, and yet I was there, calm, unshaken. It's what I want you to remember. Peace is not the absence of storms, it's my presence within them. You don't have to wait for the waves to quiet before you rest. You can rest now, right here, because I am with you. You say, but Lord, the waves are too high, and I say, look at me, not the waves. You say, the thunder is too loud, and I say, listen to my whisper. You say, the darkness is too deep, and I say, the light is within you. My child, every storm has an end. Every dark night eventually meets the sunrise. You will not stay here forever. The clouds that surround you are temporary, but my promises are eternal. When fear rises like a flood, remember, you are anchored in me. I am the rock that cannot be moved. You may shake, but I do not. You may tremble, but I hold firm. You've tried to calm the storm yourself by fixing, by controlling, by worrying, but peace doesn't come from control. It comes from surrender. True peace begins the moment you release your grip and let me steer the boat. You're not meant to carry the weight of the wind. You're meant to trust the one who commands it. You've been asking me, Lord, make it stop. But sometimes I allow the storm to show you that you can stand in it. Not because I want to see you suffer, but because I want you to discover how strong my presence truly is. The same power that calms seas also lives within you. And the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead is inside your heart. You are not weak, you are equipped, you're not a victim, you are a vessel of my strength. And when you feel like everything around you is shaking, remember, the shaking doesn't mean I've left you. It means I'm shifting something inside you. The winds that scare you are actually clearing away what no longer belongs. The rain that falls is watering the seeds of tomorrow's blessing. The lightning that flashes is breaking open the sky for a new light to enter. Even now, I'm working through the chaos to bring you peace that the world can't understand. So don't be afraid to rest in me. Let go of the fear of losing control. You never had to hold the whole world together. That's my job. Your only task is to trust, to breathe, to believe that even in the middle of the storm, you are safe. I want you to imagine yourself right now, standing in the rain, wind on your face, waves crashing around you, and then picture me standing beside you. My hand is in yours. The storm is still loud, but your heart is quiet because you know who's holding you. That's what peace feels like. Not perfection, not calm seas. Just me and you, standing together in the middle of it all. The storm will pass, my child. You will not be lost in it. You will come out stronger, softer, wiser, and more alive than before. You'll look back and say, that storm didn't destroy me. It transformed me. My beloved child, the day is coming, and for some, it has already begun, when you will finally see what I've been doing all along. The pain you carried, the tears you cried, the waiting that stretched longer than you thought you could bear. None of it was wasted. You will look back one morning with peace in your heart and light in your eyes, and you will whisper, now I understand. I know it's been a long road. I've watched you walk through valleys of darkness, wondering if the light would ever return. I've seen you sow seeds of faith in dry ground and keep believing when there was no sign of rain. You prayed even when you felt like no one was listening. You hoped even when everything seemed lost. My child, that faith, small, trembling, and persistent, moved heaven. Miracles rarely begin with applause or light. They often start in silence, in the unseen, in moments when you feel forgotten. You thought I was quiet, but I was building something that needed time. I was weaving together every broken piece, every detour, every unanswered prayer, into a story far greater than what you asked for. I wasn't ignoring you. I was aligning everything for your good. Now the time is near. The clouds are beginning to break. The same storm that once threatened to drown you will become the water that lifts you higher. The doors that closed will lead you to ones that were made just for you. The prayers that seemed denied were only being delayed until they could bloom in full color. You will see how every waiting season was not punishment, but preparation. When the miracle comes, it might not look like what you imagined, but it will be exactly what your soul needs. It won't just heal what was broken. It will also reveal who I've always been, your provider, your protector, your healer, your friend. You'll see how my fingerprints were on everything, even in the moments you thought I had disappeared. My child, remember the nights when you thought you wouldn't make it. Look at you now, still standing, still breathing, still loved. That's not an accident, that's grace. You didn't survive because you were strong. You survived because I carried you. Every time you felt alone, I was there. Every time you almost gave up, my hand caught you. You may not have seen me, but I was the reason you never fell apart completely. When you see the miracle unfold, whether it's healing, restoration, provision, or peace, let it remind you, I was faithful then, and I will be faithful again. My faithfulness doesn't have an expiration date. What I start, I finish. What I promise, I fulfill. You can rest in that truth. You can live in that truth. And when your miracle comes, don't keep it quiet. Tell others, speak it out. Because your story of survival will be someone else's reason to believe. The hope that was reborn in you will reignite faith in others who are still waiting for their dawn. The same light that found you will shine through you and through that. I will reach hearts that you never even knew were listening. But my beloved, even before the miracle arrives in full, I want you to live as if it's already done. Praise me not because you see it, but because you trust it's coming. Gratitude opens the door for blessings to enter. Faith turns waiting into worship. Hope turns silence into song. I don't just want to give you a miracle. I want to make you a living miracle, a walking testimony of my love and power. I want your life to whisper to the world, God did this. Every time you smile again, every time you forgive again, every time you love again, that's the miracle unfolding inside you. You are not who you used to be. You are being renewed from the inside out. The pain that once defined you is now your wisdom. The tears that once blinded you are now your clarity. The storm that once scared you is now your strength. And soon, when you see how everything has come together, you will know that it could only have been me. So lift your eyes, my child. The dawn is breaking. The miracle is closer than you think. You don't have to chase it. It's already on its way. Keep your heart open, your hands ready, and your spirit calm. I am faithful. I am working. I am bringing beauty from the ashes and purpose from the pain. My beloved child, now that we have walked this journey together through the waiting, the storms, the silence, and the light, I want you to pause for a moment and breathe. Feel the calm that now fills your heart. That peace you feel is not the end of our story. It is the beginning of a new one where you no longer walk by fear, but by faith. You have carried so much for so long. You have battled doubts, cried hidden tears, and faced nights that felt endless. But you never walked alone, not once. Every tear you shed watered the seeds of your tomorrow. Every prayer you thought went unheard built a bridge between heaven and your future. And now, standing here, your soul can finally rest. My precious one, you were never forgotten. Not on your hardest day, not in your weakest moment. Not even when you doubted me. I have loved you with a love that time cannot touch and failure cannot break. I have whispered your name through every sunrise, protected you through every storm, and waited patiently for you to return to me every time your heart wandered. And even when you strayed, my love never did. You see, my child, you are my masterpiece, not because of your perfection, but because of my grace. The cracks in your heart are not flaws. They are where my light shines through. The scars you carry are not proof of defeat. They are proof of survival. You have faced pain, and yet here you are, softer, stronger, wiser, and still believing. That is the miracle I was creating all along. You. Now, as you move forward, I want you to live fully, laugh freely, love deeply, forgive quickly. Don't hold back your joy out of fear that it might not last, because I am the source of it, and I never fade. Don't worry about the future. I am already there, waiting with open arms. Don't let the past pull you backward. It has already been redeemed. When life feels uncertain again, and it will, remember this moment, remember the stillness, remember the peace. Remember that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. You can always come back here, to this sacred space within your heart where we meet. You don't need special words to reach me. Just whisper my name and I'll be there, closer than your breath. You are my child, chosen, forgiven, and deeply loved. You are not too late, too broken, or too far gone. You are mine, and nothing in heaven or on earth can ever change that. When the world feels heavy again, rest in this truth. You belong to the one who holds all things together, and that includes you. Let my love be your anchor when life feels uncertain. Let my peace be your compass when you lose your way. Let my grace be your shelter when storms return. And remember, you don't need to understand everything. You only need to stay close to me. The story I'm writing for you is not just about survival, it's about transformation. I am not just making things new around you. I am making you new within. You are a light in this world, a reflection of my heart, a reminder that love never fails. So now, go into this day with peace. Let the world see the glow of grace on your face. Walk gently, speak kindly, and carry hope wherever you go. You are my living reminder that miracles still happen, that broken things can become beautiful, and that love always wins in the end. And when the night comes again, remember, I will be there. I always have been, I always will be. You are safe in my hands, covered by my mercy, and surrounded by my everlasting love. Rest now, my beloved. The story continues, and it is filled with light. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed.